It's late. You're finally winding down, and the room is perfectly quiet. Then your phone screen suddenly lights up in the dark. Immediately, your shoulders tighten. Your breathing stops for a second. You glance over, and it's a text from your boss. 4 simple words. We need to talk. Before you even consciously process the message, your mind is off to the races. You start scanning your entire week. Did I miss a deadline? Did I say something wrong in that meeting? Your stomach drops. The rest of your evening is ruined, and you can't relax. All that happened in the physical world was a tiny grid of pixels changing color on a piece of glass. Yet your body reacted as if you were in physical danger. Psychology focuses on this specific gap between what happens to us and how we respond to it. Our reactions to daily stress can feel entirely out of our control, but they aren't random accidents. Underneath the panic, your mind is following a predictable sequence of events. Every human behavior operates on a 3-step chain reaction. Let's break it down. Step 1 is thought. This is the immediate internal question or assumption your brain makes the second something happens in the outside world. Step 2 is feeling. Your body responds to that specific assumption by generating an emotion and a physical sensation to match it. Step 3 is action. This is what you actually do in the real world, a physical decision driven entirely by that emotional state. Look at the text message again through these steps. You read the message and think, I did something wrong. That thought makes you feel anxious. And because you feel anxious, you act by overthinking and losing your ability to rest. Every behavior can be traced back through this sequence: think, feel, act. To see how often this happens, let's look at a totally different environment: social media. You share a photo or an opinion online. You check back 10 minutes later, and there's nothing. No likes, no comments, 0 response. Once again, the loop activates. You immediately think, no one cares what I have to say. That thought generates a physical feeling of insecurity. Driven by that uncomfortable feeling, you take action. You quickly tap the menu and delete the post. The action was the end result of the steps that came before it. Psychology uses scientific observation to track this sequence. It studies how these internal shifts lead to the things we do every day. When you understand how tightly these 3 steps are linked, you can see exactly where your reactions are coming from. Once you start looking for this sequence, you'll see it driving everything. At work, your motivation and daily performance are tied to the specific thoughts you hold about your tasks. In your relationships, how well you communicate depends on how you process the feelings generated by your partner's words. Even a frustrating habit like procrastination makes sense when you see it as an action taken to escape an uncomfortable feeling. When you recognize these 3 steps happening in real time, you gain the ability to pause. You can catch a negative thought before it turns into an anxious feeling, stopping a downward spiral before it starts. This lens makes sense of your own inner life and the often confusing ways the people around you behave. So the next time your screen lights up in the dark with a stressful message, don't just react. Watch the sequence play out. Notice what you think. Notice what you feel. And then calmly choose how you act.